Hey there, it's Joshua Johnson from NBC News and MSNBC. Thank you for letting me be a part of this fall brunch. They asked me if I'd give you a little bit of advice, and I'm happy to do that. But let me just say, first of all, I'm not going to pretend to know you or your life, right? So I don't necessarily know what you need, but I will tell you what I needed when I was your age, and maybe it'll be helpful to you too. You know, I'm getting ready to launch this program on MSNBC. For the first time, I'm going to have a television program and able to put something out there into the world that really speaks from my mind and my heart. It's the kind of thing that I always believed I could do, even though I didn't see a whole lot of people like me on television when I was coming out. Not black men. There were plenty of black men in broadcast journalism. Bernard Shaw at CNN, Ed Bradley at 60 Minutes, Lester Holt at NBC. But black gay men, I didn't see a whole lot of. There were a few, but it was the typical kind of stereotypical characters that you can probably guess were on TV. So at a certain point, I made peace with my desire to be in broadcasting. I've loved radio and television since I was 5. I basically made the decision to do this professionally when I was 10. I'm 40 now. So I've basically been running toward the same dream for 30 years. Finally got here. It was worth the wait and worth the work. But before I settled on broadcasting for real, while I was still in college, I had a tough decision to make. I wasn't sure whether I could be out and be in the public eye as a broadcast journalist. I just wasn't sure those two things could coexist. And I finally came to the realization that I had two and only two options. I realized that I could not build a career telling the truth as a journalist about everyone else's life and lying about my own. I can't do it. Now, some people need to remain closeted and to keep their sexual orientation or their gender identity private for their safety. But I was living in South Florida. I was in Fort Lauderdale, a very safe place to be gay. So, my two choices. I could either not be gay, or I could own my sexuality fully so that no one could use it against me as a weapon, and then just go forward and live my life. Now, this has been very hard to do. In some ways, I'm still learning. But the beauty of it was that when I made this second choice, I actually became a better journalist. I had to deal with the vulnerable spots in me, and so it made me sensitive to the vulnerabilities in other people. I needed empathy, and so it helped me empathize with others. And as a result, it made me a better interviewer. It's partly how I got here. It's very unfair that the things that you need to succeed, you're not necessarily going to get because of your sexuality or your gender orientation. And it shouldn't be that way. But there is a way to attract those things to you. Give what you need. If you need empathy, empathize with others. If you need a world that is more just, then practice justice. Do what's right, and what's right is not always what's easy. If you want to be able to just be yourself, you have to let others be themselves, even if you don't like what it is that they are. You don't have to like it. It's not about them. It's not even about you. It's about us being able to build the kind of world that we need. Again, like I said, I'm not going to presume that I know what you need to be successful, but this is helping me succeed. It's helped me live out a childhood dream. The dream of a child who never could have known what it meant to be gay. But at the end of the day, only really needed to know what it meant to be human. Your humanity is more than enough. Let that guide you. And you can't lose. I wish you all the best. Thanks.